Hey, you guys, what's shaking? Okay, I still haven't moved the camera. Some of you guys got a little sick last time, so I swear I'll just be super, super gentle. Hard to explain, but yeah. Anyway, I'll do better next time. Anyway, so I finished the French fall minis since I actually missed October, I think. I think I missed October. I don't know. It seems like a long time since I've made minis, so I just made tons and lots of them, lots of extras. Um, so these are actually, if you haven't watched my previous couple of videos, these are actually made with some envelopes that I purchased from Forever French in she lives in France. And anyway, so she sent me a whole bunch of them, and I can't remember if they were listed or not. Sometimes she'll reach out and say, hey, I found this, blah, blah, blah. What do you think? Would you like to have them or whatever? So anyway, so yeah, I think I had asked her if she had any more envelopes. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I made a whole ton of these, and I do have them listed already. I'll go through a couple of them. I wound up making each with 2 inserts, so that's kind of cool. Rather than stitching the signatures into the covers, I did them like removable, refillable little notebooks. I wound up with basically 4 sort of color schemes, I guess. So there's 3 listings. One is shades of white, and the other is shades of beige. And then there's a third listing that's blues and greens. And on that listing, you have to choose if you want greens or blue, green or blue. There's only 4 of the green, and then I think 5 of the blue. Okay, so it's very subtle, but it is definitely a green or a blue. I know the camera's not really picking that up very well, but it's a real pale blue or a pale green color. So yeah, so let's look at a couple of these and just kind of talk about what I put in them. Now I wanted to make these as affordable as I could, and I think I did pretty good considering they are free shipping in the US. And the weight on these is right around 8 ounces after they're all packed up. So I checked what the cost on shipping is to like Canada, which is typically the highest of any country, and it's right around $12, something like that. So so not too terribly bad even to Canada. So that's great. Anyway, so we've got, let's see, let me look at, let's just pull this little guy. So this one is funny. This one has a whole bunch of writing on the back. You know how you always write, do your bills and stuff on the back of an envelope? Well, I guess maybe we don't do that anymore. But anyway, so each one is kind of, I don't know, they sort of look like a little bundle of letters, with the seam binding closure. I did add a little bead charm on each one. So you've got just a random, little bead. And then, mostly just the envelope. I wanted that to really come through and not really cover that up too much. So this is the way it came. Some of them did not have a stamp. Okay, they had some other form of postage on them. So I added a French stamp onto some of them where they didn't have one. So each one does have a postage stamp. So just disclaimer there. So I pulled out some pages from one of those little copy books. Actually, it was kind of a large copy book. But so it's like, I've used these in collages before. Sorry, I should turn my phone volume down. The listings are published right now. So, I don't know if that's what that was. But anyway, so I added a page from that little copy book. So this is just like really thin, like tissue almost. It might be onion skin, I'm not sure. Anyway, and then of the ephemera that I recently purchased from her, I scanned a whole bunch of it and then just printed out copies of a lot of stuff. Okay, so any of the stuff that I inserted, except for the letters, there are some actual handwritten letters in these too. If I didn't put one of the letters in the signature, then I folded one up and put it in the pocket in the front. Okay, so I didn't add a lot of like tags and inserts and stuff into the you know, the notebooks themselves. I mostly just added stuff into the pockets in the back and in the front. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with your pockets that are inside. Not a lot of pockets, just, you know, there's just a couple. So anyway, and then use just a bunch of different like oh, what's that stuff called? Ledger paper. Other just, you know, just pretty papers and stuff. So here's one of the letters that came in one of the envelopes. I wasn't able to keep straight, you know, which letter came out of which envelope. So you're just getting a letter that came from one of these envelopes. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then some of that wrapping paper that I bought last year, or maybe the beginning of this year, and just cut up some of those and added pages. This is some actual onion skin paper. Went through and pulled some scrapbook paper and just added some extra pages with scrapbook paper, and then some other French ephemera and, you know, different random papers and stuff that I've purchased from Louise and some other shops too on Etsy. Now the pockets on this first notebook, so see these are inserted into the I can't grab it, into the elastic. Okay, so you just take it, open it up in the center and slide it in. But these pockets on the front, I didn't close these up because I just thought, if you want to, you could make this, you could just cut this here and make that kind of like a flip down sort of page or something, or, you know, I don't know. If you want to close that up, you can just you know, like staple it, or even just glue it shut. But I thought I would leave that option to you. So yeah, so there's that. And then I just did a second insert, basically. It's different papers than is in the first one, but and then this is also a pocket page. I just folded this down, so it's kind of like an open pocket. This ledger paper came from Louise. It's this gigantic note, like it's a journal that was for like a travel agency or something, and it's really cool because all of the writing are different like destinations, you know, throughout France, and it's just kind of cool. And then like the names of passengers and things like that. So so I did, and I paid, let me just tell you, I paid a pretty penny for that notebook, or that, it's actually a huge journal. But anyway, so I shared some of it with you guys, just saying. It's really beautiful. I don't know if I showed that to you guys or not in one of my hauls from her. I think I did. It's the one that has the brass corners on it, and then it's like a leather big, it's huge. It's like, it's literally, it doesn't even fit on my desk. It's so big. And then some different little pieces of ephemera and stuff from her. It's another page from a different collection of letters in French. And then a pocket page in the center of this second notebook. So then, you know, just other little pieces of ephemera that I've copied. So these are digital prints. Some of the photos that I bought from her recently, I just printed all of this stuff out on cardstock. This there's one of these in each journal. This is that German botanical book that I got a long time ago from the bookstore, that I'm working on getting published as in my Etsy shop as a digital listing. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I think there's around 100 images in that book. And I've shown you guys like some of the mushrooms that were in that book, and they're just beautiful. But it's mostly botanical stuff. And so I'm trying to decide how I'm going to split that up into different listings, or anyway, it's hard to explain, but you can only have up to a certain size file as a digital. And so I want to try to retain as much quality in the images. So I just don't know how I'm gonna split those up. But I do intend to offer these as a digital at some point. Anyway, and then just some other cute little pages from different little notebooks and stuff that I've gotten from Louise. And then I printed off some of my little collages that I've done kind of in mini. So you've got some stuff to work with in your journal. And then of course there's the collaging on the inside of each of the journals. And then I did the little tab on the back that kind of holds on to your seam binding. So and then, you know, you just gotta tie your little bow up. And then, like I said, it does kind of look like a little bundle of letters or something like that. So, okay, so this is one from the shades of white. So some of them are much more white than others. Most of these are addressed to the same person. So this is like someone's collection of correspondence from, I don't know, it almost looks like a lifetime, but some of them are from like the late 30s up till like this one's like 1952. So I'm not sure who wrote these letters to this person, but you know, maybe they're love letters, a couple decades worth of love letters. Let's just go with that. That sounds cool. So anyway, so I've got this big pile of little minis, and like I said, they're already listed in my Etsy shop. Obviously, I will leave a link in the description. If you are one of the people that purchased one of the goodie boxes, I haven't shipped those out yet, but I haven't forgotten about them, just saying. Those actually went through PayPal. I was kind of holding off until I finished these so that I could focus on putting together the paper packs that are going to go with those goodie boxes. And so I've got those all right here on my desk, and I figured out what I'm going to add to them. So I will try to get those shipped out on Monday. Depending on if, you know, any of these sell over the weekend, I will try to get these shipped out at the same time. I sort of like to do, you know, I go into like shipping mode. And so, you know, I'm not the fastest shipper on Etsy. I know that, but you will get your stuff. That's what I'm saying. So if ever you buy something from me and you like really need it, like right now, just send me a message, you know, with your purchase. Like if it's for somebody's birthday and you just have to have it like sooner or something, just let me know. But otherwise, I'm kind of like 3 to 5 business days is my shipping time. So anyway, but if you really, 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 really desperately need it super fast, send me a message. And if I don't respond, send me another message. So I don't, it's not that I'm ignoring it. It's just that I don't, sometimes I'm not really tuned into messaging. So I kind of try to do that like once a day, and then I kind of tune out of it, you know. So anyway, here we are. We've got all the minis done, and on to the next project. Hope I didn't shake the desk too badly. But yeah, look at this pile. I love the image of all of these journals just all stacked up on the desk. So anyway, but thank you guys so much for all your support and all your love, and you know, for being here and watching my videos and putting up with me. Okay guys, love you. Bye for now.